Stanley? Hello? Is everything okay?
Alright, yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I got a few more
Stanley
endings.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps a good bucket.
A
strong
humble bucket.
A humble bucket. A committed bucket. A bucket of culture and esteem.
Sheer, unadulterated row.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way.
I know a
for
few
the
more
meeting room.
endings cooked up in my
Stanley
brain.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Nope.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Nope.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them
Let's try
detour
going down
through
here.
the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Alright, what's down here? I actually don't remember what's down here, so this will be cool. Like in the original.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh. Oh.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Oh.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
No.
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable.
Yeah.
It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the adventure line.
The
and
adventure
Broom
line was
Closet.
good.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
Baby.
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure
I
line?
actually do
We
like
could
the
make
Stanley
the
Adventure
adventure
line.
line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Okay. I like the Stanley Parable adventure line. That was a good one. So we can do that. I'll take the bucket along with me.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Raw assets. I remember this. Dun 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 dun. And there's one point where like the line.
Now, this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Line seems
Don't you
more
remember
jagged
all
this
those
time.
great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
When
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this.
was that
Now,
really in the
if we
first
want
game?
to do that, you're
I don't
going
remember
to
that.
have to give something up.
The bucket? No. I can't give up the bucket. It's been with me. So the sticker's back. It must have been just a weird. Okay. Okay.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Alright,
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand
wait,
new
wait.
character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
I got around it.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game.
I got
It's
out.
such a well fleshed out character with so much
I got out,
personality
I got out.
that to me it already feels
Oh,
as though it's
no,
been
it won't let
part
me.
of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I thought I could get out.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Probably
Sure,
destroys
you don't need me
buckets.
to spell it out for you.
Am I stuck
Go
now?
ahead now, Stanley.
Yeah, I guess I just wasn't supposed to do that, so.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game,
True.
but it's such a well fleshed out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Perhaps.
Can you
looks
guess
like
what
the-
the Bucket Destroyer does?
No clue.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Not a clue.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Alright, bucket. It's been real, it's been fun, and it's been real fun.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy
It
your
doesn't look like the bucket wants to
Destroying
go.
buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Doesn't look like it wants to
I
go.
can hear you saying, how does a character with only
won't let
one
me. It's
personality
not-
trait
it's not
deserve
going.
to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
It's
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket
I'm-
Destroyer, you would see that its
Yeah.
desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this
It's,
game
it seems to be freaking out.
about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer.
Is he gonna explode?
Crush that damn bucket. Quickly now.
Let me out.
The fans are
Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Stanley, give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Wow. Oh, on your knees.
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you.
Remember that time you crushed that bucket? Oh, it was such a good
Goodbye,
time.
new friend. For the moment in time that you were here.
Is it like exploding? Like,
you were.
woo? Or I guess it would be like this for you guys. Woo! Maybe? Is it? I don't know. Which way? One of the ways. Wow. Well, Bucket Destroyer, it was pretty cool while it lasted. I'm sorry we couldn't go too far with you. I guess the process is just streamlined. Grab the bucket and keep going.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man, and Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, we'll go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Let's try,
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No.
let's try falling off
The bucket
and
was
dying.
wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Let's try dying here.
No,
No, that's an ending.
don't go to the meeting
See if I can just do it like
go
this.
somewhere else. The
Right?
cargo lift, yes.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms.
Exactly.
How deeply touching.
So that's just, okay. I just wanted to do that.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers.
So we're
and
back
thought
to-
how amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time?
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow.
Very lucky indeed. Alright. So,
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
I mean,
chest
just off my
and
dome,
entered
that's
the door
what I
on
can
his
remember
left.
from the right path, except for the red door. We could do the red door, but I think we're going to go this way. Alright, let's go this way. Let's do the downstairs thing. I know there's a downstairs.
Still no one was here.
No one here.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
We could try that at
Coming
one
to a
point.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Sure, what's down here? When there's always the escape ending, we could also try the escape.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
It's a car.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Yeah.
And in such a competitive economy...
In this
why
economy,
take
I
a
probably said the
risk?
exact same
All
thing.
because he believed
time.
everyone had vanished. His
In
boss
this
would think
economy?
he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley.
What occurred?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket.
Are you crazy,
The
Bucket?
bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought.
seem to be
Usually
walking,
the bucket is
uh,
a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket.
Oh, no.
It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly
This is
wrong.
the worst.
Surely no good would
Oh,
come
no.
from this.
Where'd it
Who
go?
knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience
Where'd it
without
go?
the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
Very odd.
Now he felt himself floating off the ground.
Oh, no.
Oh, gracious. He
Save me.
exclaimed.
Door
Without
frame,
my
save me.
bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it.
I can
Far
fly.
off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley!
Where's
it's
the bucket?
me, the bucket.
Where's the bucket?
Could it truly be?
Where is
He
it?
rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None
Oh
of
my
them were
gosh.
his. None of
Where is
them
it?
were his
Where's my
special
stickers?
bucket.
It has my stickers on it.
Come to me, Stanley.
I'll find you.
Find
Where's the stickers?
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him.
Oh my god, it's inside of me all
It
along.
was incredibly painful.
Oh,
Stanley doubled over.
oh, it's like actually in me. The bucket burrowed
This
into
is the
me.
story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay. Hi, Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the
Just
body
holding
of
a
man
bucket.
who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket.
It's in me.
Of course.
The bucket's
he'd
like
gone
in
mad,
my stomach,
ranting
or
and
it's like in
raving
my
about a
heart.
narrator
My heart.
describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
Where'd it go?
How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time.
She
for
can be
this.
late to work.
There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything.
For
Heck,
sure.
Yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass.
And choose
She
bubblegum.
backflipped all the way to work.
Whoa! That's awesome. And yeah, it's the same. It's like similar to the one in the first Stanley Parable. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo?
Where are
He
we?
could no longer recall.
Are we losing? We're losing detail.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Sure. Let's
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
let's go. Let's keep going. Let's try the escape ending. Try that one.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth
So
and
is this
comfort
just
now
gonna
more than
be
ever.
just
Perhaps
gonna
his
be more
boss's
bucket?
office was
Just
where
like
he'd coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
it's kind of like just parodies of the original endings of the Stanley Parable, just with buckets. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm finding it funny. But I'll try to get this ending.
Stepping
There we
in,
go. Yep, there's an ending here. By sticking the landing, doing that. Alright, nice. Escape ending next. Did I screw it up somehow? I thought that was an ending. Was doing that. Okay. Oh, something's happening. Doors are closed. Alright. That's the same. The end is never the end is never the end. Okay. Alright. Alright. You are now leaving. Okay, I think I remember this vaguely. It's a hard door handle. Escape pod bay floor 460. Okay. Let's go. Let's escape. I'm in the bucket. We're escaping. Go, 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 go. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Go, 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 go. Rolling in the speed of sound. Hedgehog around. Got ourselves a situation. Stuck in a new location without any explanation. I dropped my thing in procrastination. That didn't make any sense. I can't blink. I can't think. I just go, 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 go. Sonic, he's on the run. Sonic, he's number one. Sonic, coming at you, so watch out for Sonic X. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Sonic X. Gotta go fast. I'm glad I'm singing because this is just walking up a bunch of stairs to the 760th floor. Sorry if that was annoying. I started thinking of singing that song. Escape pod launch bay. I wonder if it's going to be any different since I have the bucket. So I'll just walk. Oh, I see something. Me and the bucket, we're going to escape. No, where'd the bucket go? Maybe it's, you know, first person, so. Oh! Aww. It's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Go! Go! I can't be with you! I'm not crying, you're crying. Bye-bye, bucket. The good ending. The bucket escapes ending. Is there still not going to be a bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Oh,
decided
bucket's
to go
back.
to the meeting.
Oh, replacement
Perhaps he had
bucket.
simply missed a memo.
Okay. Yeah, we lost our bucket.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Okay, fair enough. Nice. This is different. Right? Yeah, this is not the same path. Yeah, it is a different way of getting here.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Sure. Let's try to do the escape ending, but with the bucket. All right, I'll do the escape ending.
Stanley and the bucket walked
Escape,
straight ahead
escape
through
if
the
it's
large
that way.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
All right.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Violent death. Violent.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
We're going. We're going
At
for
this
it.
point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly
To their
walking
uncertain
forward into a
demise.
very painful death for each of them.
No narration?
As the machine
Oh,
whirred
okay,
into
here we go.
motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out
Meaningless?
to be.
I thought it was
To
pretty.
be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
It's okay.
Farewell, Stanley.
And lady narrator, right? Or am I just gonna die? Okay, lady narrator.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket
Oh,
were
they
led
okay. So
helplessly into
they got the lady
enormous
narrator
metal
too.
jaws.
Okay.
In a single visceral instant,
If this is the same lady, I
the
don't.
bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
I'm so sorry. Whee! The end is
It was
never
a
the end.
shame,
Is never
the
the
death
end.
of
It's
such a
never the end.
magnificent bucket. It's true that
Oh,
all
yeah,
buckets
this is
are
different.
radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
I mean, this is the
It was a
replacement
glorious
bucket.
to behold.
It's a replacement bucket. Welcome. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like the bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and sustained. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Yeah, I do voiceover. I'm kind of good at it.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
Is he gonna get snatched?
Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Get it? Claim the bucket. No, we're just gonna... Is it still moving? No, I think it's stuck up there. Maybe I can get up to that door and jump and grab it. 25 buckets. A photograph of 25... Oh, there's way more than 25 buckets here. 25 buckets is the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Wow, it's a lot of buckets. A bucket with two handles. Whoa. I've actually held buckets with two handles. This bucket was depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous, recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. So I'm gonna die? I shouldn't. I actually haven't. I actually haven't ever held a bucket with two handles. That was a lie. I was testing you. Inferno buckets. Replica of the Inferno bucket, which was in the medieval era, so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war, with another for control of it. Billions died. Yet, in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. Where's that noise? Sounds like a chant, like a war chant. I wonder if there's going to be something about the War of the Bucket on here. Alright, we don't need to read everything, right? You guys can look. You have eyeballs. Okay, yeah, so this is... While we know that the buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of what the practical use of the bucket was by the time the bucket had already been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used. Allowing. Having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures, just as the Native Americans would have wanted.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Are these actual curtains, or is it just a wall that has a curtain texture? I think they actually are curtains. Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. Not going that way. Oh, blue light. The hanging bucket. Yep, okay. Yep. The infinite hole. We finally found the infinite hole. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. I can see clearly now, my bucket's gone. Oh, I didn't fall. I thought I was going to fall into the...
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
We let Stanley die? But the bucket died too.